Jana Duggar's secret baby shocks the nation, the most emotional chapter yet in the Duggar family legacy. What if the quietest Duggar had the biggest secret of all? She was the sister who never complained, the daughter who stayed behind, the woman the world assumed would wait forever. But on a still June morning, Jana Duggar, long hailed as the Duggar family's silent strength, silenced every rumor, every doubt, and every whisper by delivering the most unexpected news in Duggar history. Just a baby girl, born in absolute privacy, and now changing everything. Why did Janna keep this pregnancy hidden? Who knew? How did the famously traditional Duggar parents react? And what does this mean for the future of a family that has built its name on public milestones and private values? From whispered blessings to stunned tears and cryptic messages from her sisters, this is the moment even fans never saw coming. Hold your breath. What you're about to discover isn't just a secret revealed, it's the emotional reset of a legacy 20 years in the making. Stay with us. This is the story everyone will be talking about tomorrow. The sudden wave of warmth, emotion, and surprise that swept through the Duggar household last week was not a publicity stunt, nor a media leak. It was a rare, genuine moment of joy bursting forth from a family whose private milestones have often unfolded under a glaring spotlight. Jana Duggar, the eldest daughter of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, and long celebrated as the graceful, nurturing older sister who always seemed to carry the family's burdens quietly, has shocked even her closest fans by welcoming her first child into the world. And it happened without a whisper of public anticipation. For over a decade, followers of the Duggar family's television saga have speculated about Janna's future. Why hasn't she married? Is she secretly courting? Could she possibly have chosen a different life path away from the family's traditional values? These questions, some supportive, others invasive, have always swirled around her. But through it all, Janna remained poised, gentle, and steadfast in her resolve to live life at her own pace. And now that private path has taken a remarkable turn. In the early hours of June 5, in a private birthing suite in Northwest Arkansas, Janna gave birth to a healthy baby girl. Only a handful of immediate family members were present. The birth was calm, intimate, and deeply emotional, described by one family insider as the most moving moment the Duggar family has shared in years. The identity of the baby's father remains respectfully undisclosed. It's a topic the family has been careful not to sensationalize. Sources close to Janna suggest that the pregnancy was not unplanned, but rather intentionally shielded from the media and even extended family for the sake of Janna's peace of mind and emotional well-being. She didn't want the circus, one relative shared, speaking under anonymity. She didn't want people prying into every decision. She just wanted to experience this her way, quietly, and with full presence. Despite the untraditional manner in which this milestone unfolded, support for Janna within the family is reportedly overwhelming. Michelle Duggar was one of the first to hold the baby, and through tears, whispered blessings over her new granddaughter. Jim Bob, known for his strong public opinions and his patriarchal approach to family matters, was said to have responded with unexpected softness. "I've never seen him like that," said one family friend. He wasn't thinking about media statements or reputation. He just looked at Janna, then at the baby, and he cried. For a family so often associated with strict adherence to religious doctrine and traditional courtship, the news has prompted inevitable questions. But the Duggars are no strangers to controversy, and this time, their internal message is clear: love first. According to someone familiar with the family's recent prayer gatherings, they've circled around her. There's no condemnation, only gratitude. Photos of the baby have not yet been shared publicly, and no name has been announced. In a short, handwritten note shared only with a close circle, Janna wrote, "She is everything I never knew I was waiting for. I see God's fingerprints all over this. Her timing is perfect." The implications of this moment ripple beyond the Duggar house. Janna has long been viewed by fans as the family's emotional anchor, a quiet caretaker who helped raise her younger siblings while putting aside her own ambitions. Her decision to become a mother on her own terms is being celebrated by many online as a triumph of personal agency within a family framework that has historically emphasized collective roles and expectations. Outside the family's home, neighbors in Tontitown have noticed subtle changes in the past few months. One neighbor described seeing Jana walking more frequently in the evenings, often with what appeared to be a maternity jacket, always accompanied by one or two of her younger sisters or a close friend. "We thought maybe it was stress or a diet change," the neighbor recalled. No one suspected a pregnancy. That's how private she kept this. As the story continues to unfold, speculation will no doubt persist, but it's crucial to center the emotional core of what has happened here. A woman who for years helped mother her siblings has now stepped into motherhood herself. And she has done it with a grace that defies the judgmental tone often found in both media coverage and social discourse around the Duggar name. Public reactions have ranged from astonished support to quiet reflection. Fans have flooded online forums not with gossip, but with prayers, congratulations, and a surprising amount of introspection. One commenter wrote, "I always thought Jana would be the perfect mom. She was everyone's second mom growing up. This just feels right." For many, this moment also symbolizes a generational shift. The Duggars rose to fame during a cultural moment that prized large families, conservative values, and traditional roles. But time changes everyone. And in many ways, Jana's private pregnancy and quiet delivery feel like a new chapter, not just for her, but for the evolving identity of the Duggar legacy. Already, questions are surfacing about what Jana's next steps will be. Will she raise the child at home with her parents? Will she relocate and carve out a space of her own? Will she speak publicly? For now, there is no indication that she will grant interviews. Those close to her suggest that she is simply soaking in the first weeks of motherhood, nursing, resting, and cherishing every moment. Jessa, Jill, and Jana Duggar have all reportedly visited their sister and met the baby. Jessa posted a cryptic message on her private account. "New beginnings are never easy, but they are often the most beautiful." Jill reportedly brought over a handmade blanket, stitched with the words, "You are so loved." This pregnancy may have been secret, but the joy is impossible to hide. The Duggar family, for all their challenges and transformations, still knows how to celebrate life in its purest form. And for Jana, this quiet victory marks not only the beginning of her motherhood journey, but also, perhaps, the beginning of a more empowered chapter in the Duggar story. As the family adjusts to this newest blessing, the spotlight may again try to focus its beam. But Jana, with the same quiet strength she's always shown, is likely to keep her world small and sacred for now. The birth of her daughter was not just the surprise of the season. It was a reminder that life, in its most honest and unfiltered form, still has the power to move us all. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more exciting videos coming up next.